Today we are going to be trying some new makeup. I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. There's been so many sales going on. A lot of stuff I'm mentioning are going to be on sale today, but I just wanted to get into my collection and test out some new things and see how they are. We have anything from high-end. We have some new drugstore makeup as well. It's about to be the major drugstore makeup season where all the new launches come out, so I'm so excited for that. But yeah, it's also Black Friday week, Thanksgiving week of course, and we have some amazing sales going on, and one sale I really wanted to highlight is for skincare. This video is sponsored by one of my favorite skincare brands, Tula, and they just started their Black Friday sale today where everything is 30% off including gift sets. So I just wanted to go over a few of the favorites that I have been using plus a couple of gift sets I would recommend. Now my skin has kind of been on a journey over the past, I don't know, 10 or so years of my life, but I feel like even now as I'm 32, I feel like my skin has never looked better, and I think it's just because I have been a lot more simple with my routine. I don't use a lot of harsh products, and I've kind of figured out what works for my skin and not to kind of overdo it with my skincare. So I kind of love that with Tula I can get like anything I need all from one brand. I know the ingredients are gentle and they're going to work. Now of course our skincare is going to start with a nice cleanser, and I like something a little more gentle for the face, so I just like to cleanse with something simple, gentle, and this is the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser from them. This is really creamy, gets all the dirt and gunk off my face for the day, and it leaves it very refreshed, but also it's still moisturized because it's not stripping the skin. Now I've actually kind of stopped using face masks as often as I used to. I used to do them like once a week, but I just found that it was too much for the skin. I was doing all like the acne face mask and the pore purifying ones, and I just found that my skin was so irritated. So now I prefer something more hydrating, more like a sleeping mask, but I really enjoy this one from Tula. It's called H2 Oasis. It's a skin reviving mask. I love the applicator too. It has this really fun piece here that you'll just kind of pump the product out and it just glides all over the face. So that's kind of how I apply it. I glide it all over so there's a nice thick layer, and you can leave it on for like 10 minutes and then kind of blot it off, but I just honestly sleep in it and my skin is so plump and refreshed when I wake up in the morning. It just gives your skin that boost that it needs, which I like to do every couple weeks or so. I also wanted to recommend this set here because it has one of my favorite products in it, which is the Cooling Eye Balm, and there's also a product in here that it was my first time trying. I cannot resist a good lip balm, and I was very impressed with the one in this set. It's called Wrapped in Radiance. Again, this is already a great value on its own because it's originally $39. It's a $56 value, and you get 30% off on top of that. Like, you can't beat it. But their cooling eye balms, oh my gosh, these are the best. I am one that gets very puffy under eyes, so when I wake up in the morning, I love this because it does have a very nice cooling sensation, which is going to help with that puffiness. This one has a little bit of a glow to it as well under the eyes, which is nice. And like I mentioned, I was so excited to try this lip balm too. It's called the Rose Glow and Get It. I think that this does have a little bit of a slight pink tone to it because it definitely gave my lips a little bit of color, but the end result was so glossy, so juicy. And then lastly, I have to recommend their filter primer. This has been one of their best selling products for many years, and it's just really good. This truly does filter the skin like nothing else I have tried. It comes out like this white color, basically a cream white, and then it kind of changes color as you blend it into the skin, and this is going to just even everything out, which is so important for me because I do have a lot of pink and red in my skin, and this just gives it a nice even look. It gets rid of excess shine. You guys saw it on me. I was very glowy from my moisturizing products, and this just kind of toned it down a bit and gave me the perfect base for my makeup. So those are just a few of my favorites and recommendations. Again, I would definitely check out this sale. I think it's one of the best Black Friday sales that I have seen, especially since it works on gift sets too. I'll have the links to these products down below to shop this sale, but I did want to mention them because that is kind of my base today, and of course good makeup always starts with a nice base in skincare. So now let's go ahead and get into this makeup look. So since we are already primed with the Tula primer, we're gonna go in today with the Huda Easy Blur foundation. This is one of my newest foundations in my collection. I've already done like a testing video with it, so this isn't like a full review on this, but I have been really enjoying it so far, and I figured since it's still kind of my newest one, I would use that in today's video. This has a really nice medium buildable coverage, and I thought it would be more like a skin tint, but I'm happy to see that it has decent coverage and can cover some of the redness I have. But honestly, the primer itself did a really good job of just kind of evening everything out on its own, so I feel like I can use less foundation this way. But just using the BK Beauty 103 brush, which is on sale today by the way, just kind of blending this all over into the skin. In this one I used the shade 200B Shortbread. So I wanted to use some of the r.e.m. Beauty Wicked collection today. After seeing the movie, I have just been all about Wicked. Wicked has taken over my timeline, has taken over my life. It's all over my TikTok. It's like all I see now, and I've been listening to the soundtrack nonstop. It is so good, and I actually picked this collection up just last week. I know it's been out for a while, but when I was in Ulta, I was like, okay, I need to get it. I feel like I was seeing some decent reviews, and I was like, let me try this. I know r.e.m. Beauty is not a brand I buy a lot from, but I really wanted to try this since I feel like Ariana would really bring her A game to this collection since she is Glinda in the movie. So this is so cute. It's in the shape of a book, since the Wicked series did start out as a book before it was a musical and now a movie. And then this is the inside. So this is the Oz Dust palette. So this is going to be the only palette in the collection, so it's going to kind of take elements from the entire movie, and it does have pops of color with still being very wearable. I kind of wish it had a little bit of a deeper brown in here just to create some depth with, because it is quite on the lighter side, but the shimmers are very ethereal, sparkly, and pretty. I did do a look that I featured in my last video with more of the pinks, so we might do something in between. I don't know, I want to switch it up a little bit, so let's go ahead and get into this. I want to use this cooler brown in the crease with my BK A502. This is called Espresso. Now, even though these shades in this palette are light, they do build up. Like, this is looking more of a medium depth than a light taupe. So I was really impressed with the pigmentation of the shades in here. So you can make it work if you want to kind of bring it out into the outer corner here like I'm doing, because it actually does have some depth to it. I still wish there was just a little bit of a darker brown, but this one does have really nice pigmentation. It's not like a taupe that barely shows up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this out, blending into the crease and outer corner. The shade blends out really nice too. I haven't tried an r.e.m. shadow since she first came out with her palette quads, and I didn't think those were that great. I think this palette is definitely an upgraded formula. So I was really impressed with this. It's just so soft and easy to use. I'm going to take some of the excess and blend this on my lower lash line here. I think for this look, I want to take a little bit of this Bewitching. It's like a duochrome green. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a bronze green shift that is stunning. And I'm going to just use my finger and place this kind of in this outer half of the lid. Like, isn't this beautiful? I feel like it's just very ethereal, and you get some really pretty shifts. This is giving, honestly, indie quality for shimmer. It's super smooth, and it's not chunky glitter. Now, this one looks a little more chunky. I haven't tested this shade yet, so let's do it today. This fun gold sparkle. I'm gonna just use a different finger. Oh yeah, that one has a little more grit to it, but look at that shine. Let's see, I might tap a little bit on my hand, and then we'll place this kind of in. Oh my word, that's beautiful. Wow. Once you kind of spread it onto the eyes, you don't feel that chunkiness. Oh my gosh. I'm shook, you guys. I really am. Like, I love the look we did for the Glinda look. This one's a little more Elphaba coated, but still keeping it neutral. I'm actually really glad that I bought this palette. I'm going to add some brown eyeliner into the lower lash line, and I might just smoke this out a bit. and just kind of doing my upper lash line too very lightly. And blending that out, just taking a brush and going back and forth. For concealer, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona one. I think this one also is on sale today for Black Friday on Natasha's website, but this one has amazing coverage. We don't need much since we did really hydrate our under eyes already, so we're just using a little bit because this has great coverage on its own, but it's very long wearing. And I'm going to use this BKA 506 to blend this out. I love the Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. And I know a lot of you guys have been buying those for Black Friday this year because they are truly some of the best shapes and best quality. But just cleaning up under there too. I am going to set everything with the One Size powder today. This one has amazing mattifying properties and it helps your foundation stay on really long. I also love the packaging because it has the closed top, so if you travel with this you will not get powder wasted everywhere. So I'm pressing that under my eyes and we'll do all over the face with the BK 104 just to kind of tame a little bit of this shine. I do have oily skin, so I gotta keep it pretty matte. For brows, we're going in with my tried and true Benefit products. These are 30% off today. The Precisely My Brow Pencil. This has a really nice fine tip, so I literally just kind of outline underneath my brow, fill in any sparse areas, usually right up front. It's a little more sparse, but it just creates really nice hair-like strokes so your brows don't get like too thick or blocky looking. And I use their 24/7 brow setter to set them in place. I like to kind of push them up a little bit since that's kind of the trend right now, that fluffy brow. But this is not a wax, so it's not going to give you that weird wax feeling. It's definitely more of a gel, but it will dry down where your brows aren't going to budge very much, but it's not going to feel like you hairsprayed them down either. Now I do have a new bronzer. These are from e.l.f. I figured I would try them out today. They're liquid bronzers. I'm a little bit nervous because sometimes liquid bronzers don't always work for me. So I did love the liquid blushes, so if it's like that formula, maybe this will work, but let's see, what shade do I want to use? This one's kind of a nice middle ground. This is Fair Light. I have Fair and I have Light. Light looks a little more warm. Now I usually apply my liquid bronzer with a brush because I want more of a controlled look. So I'm going to put a little bit on my hand here, just what's on this applicator. And I'm going to take the BK, this is the 106 brush, which is really great for cream and liquid bronzer. So I'm just going to dip my brush lightly into the product on my hand, kind of spread that out a little bit, and then we'll apply this to the cheeks. Oof, that's getting a little bit everywhere right now. Okay, actually it's blending out a lot better than I thought. I was a little bit nervous at first because it kind of applied a little bit crazy, but it blends out, which is nice, so it's very controlled. It's not just gonna dry down right away, and it has almost like a gel finish. So very similar, I would say, to the blushes too, because I remember those were so easy to blend out. But yeah, that is looking actually pretty good. I've always struggled finding a good liquid bronzer at the drugstore, but I think this will be a pretty nice option. The color is a nice natural color. It's not too dark, it's not looking too muddy. I feel like it looks pretty nice. It's a little glowy, being like a gel finish, but I think once we powder, that glowiness will go away. I just prefer a little bit more of a matte look. Now we do have new shades in the liquid blushes too, so I feel like this is gonna look good with our look today. I like to pair, when I do like a greenish gold look, I kind of like to do more of an orangey blush. And for this one, again, I'm gonna put the product on my hand first and then dipping in. This is the BK 107, which I use for all blush, cream, liquid powder, and we'll place that. That one just applies it a little bit better, I feel like. For some reason, the contour got a little bit wonky. Like you can see, I can go crazy with this, but it'll blend right out, which I really like about this formula. I do like to go back in with powder under my eyes once I do my blush, and that just kind of blends that all together. Next, I am going to line out my lips with this Koki. It's a light nude lip liner. It has a little bit of a warmer nude look. And I'm going to try this new CoverGirl Yummy. It's a plumper gloss. So if you guys are familiar with the Yummy glosses, they're kind of like almost a lip oil, but this one is supposed to be plumping as well. It's like brand new at Target and Walmart. But I figured we would try it because I do like the Yummy glosses. I got the shade Love at First Sight, and it looks like it has some pretty shimmer to it. Ooh, okay, I was wondering what the formula would be like, and it definitely still feels like the original, but I love the sparkle in here. And yeah, the tingling is starting. It's not super bad yet. It feels very cooling. Let's let it sit and see if it gets even more tingly. I'm sure it will if it's supposed to be plumping. And while that sits, I totally forgot to put on mascara. Like, I almost finished the look without it. So this is one of my newer ones in my collection. It's actually from Charlotte Tilbury, the Exagger Eyes Volume Mascara. This is actually quite good. I'm actually kind of excited about it. I haven't really liked many of the other Charlotte mascaras, but this one really hugs and lengthens the lashes. It has a nice little divot in there to kind of sculpt. And I feel like it does a really nice job. I've been trying not to wear falsies quite as much lately. It's just kind of a hassle sometimes. I want to love my normal lashes and not feel like I have to put on false ones. So that's how the mascara looks. I really do like this formula. I do feel like the wand is a bit bulky though. Like, I feel like it can get easy to, you know, accidentally swipe some on your lid. I hate when that happens. So yeah, it does have a very big brush and it's very weighted, so it feels very luxe, but I really like the end result. And I think for this lip gloss, I think it's done kind of settling. It's not painful at all. So if you guys didn't really like the Maybelline ones that were a little painful, you don't like the Too Faced, these are just really cooling. They don't give you that plump though, because the other glosses have like chili powder in them that actually does irritate the lips, which makes them actually give you a real plump result. It doesn't last though, but I just think that these do look juicy. I don't know how much different they would be though on the lips than the original formulas, so I really don't think it's like a must-have, because it honestly just gives you like a cooling effect, but it's not actually doing any plumping to the lips. So it's cute though, it's a cute color. I think it's nice that these have shimmer too, because the original Yummy glosses did not really have any shimmer. I'm gonna finish off with a little setting spray. This is one I really like from Milk Makeup, which is also on sale today. But I just do like a fine spray all over the face. And this one actually dries down to a powder, so it's really good for oily skin. So here's how the makeup turned out. I will be back a few hours later. I want to see how everything is kind of wearing together, see how it's lasting. I always love to do a little bit of a wear test. Today's isn't going to be super long because I'm on a bit of a time crunch since I do have some plans tonight. My town does all their fun Christmas lights tonight. They're gonna light up the tree. There's like a fun tour of stores that you can go into all the local shops, and they'll have some discounts and some snacks. So I'm going to be doing that tonight, but I will see you guys in a few hours and see how this makeup is holding up. A few hours later and we are back. Here's how everything is looking. I know I couldn't do a full wear test today, but here is a close-up of what everything looks like after a few hours, so we can kind of see how it's settled. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I will say I am very excited about this r.e.m beauty palette. I feel like this is stunning. The shimmers really impressed me with this one, and I was not expecting much from this just because, again, I tried r.e.m shadows when they first launched and I thought they were fine, but these have way more sparkle to them. I just think they're overall really great. I just, like I've mentioned several times, I feel like it needs one deeper tone, either a matte black or a darker brown, to really add some depth, because you can't really go too dark with this one, but I guess it's supposed to be more ethereal. But I mean, they could have done a matte black in there for Elphaba, since she does have her black witch outfit with the dress, the cape, and the hat and everything, but I don't know, they did the dark green instead, but it's still a very cute palette. Just kind of sticking to the new makeup for these reviews here. Trying the e.l.f. contours, I was a little bit nervous at first because they got everywhere when I applied them, but you guys saw that it blended out right away. It did not look patchy on my cheeks at all, so this is a really nice, easy to use natural formula. I really like the Fair Light shade on me. I feel like it's a nice neutral tone, so I think these are definitely very comparable to the liquid blushes from them. If you guys liked those, they definitely have a little bit more of a tiny bit of a glow to them, but I just like that they are really easy to blend. Of course, the blush, this is Copper Etiquette. I don't remember if I said that earlier, but this is cute. It still is holding on. A lot of blush fades off me really fast, and this seems to be staying really well, and I thought it was a nice kind of neutral peach tone that went well with our golden kind of green eye look. The Charlotte Tilbury mascara, you guys know I really like this one. I think it's a great formula. Again, my only complaint is the brush is just a little bit thick, so it can be a bit messy, but I ultimately like how it makes the lashes look, and it doesn't smudge or transfer on me, which is so important with mascaras because that's always my biggest gripe, and no flaking either. And the last newer product we tried was the CoverGirl Yummy Plumper Gloss. If I was rating it for the plumping effect, it probably would not pass the test, but I like it in general. I think it's nice. I just don't think you need it because I feel like it basically does the same thing as the original Yummy glosses. It just has a more cooling effect, but I just don't notice a ton of difference besides adding some shimmer shades in there because I'm pretty sure the original Yummy glosses don't have these shimmery ones, and these are just a bit more pigmented, but yeah. Not really a plump with these. They just give you a cooling sensation, which you might like if you're not a fan of plumping glosses. So that's everything that we tried today. Let me know what you guys are excited about. Don't forget to check out Tula's Black Friday sale. I'll have all these products mentioned in the description box and in YouTube shopping if available. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!